What's good, everybody? It's your boy Winter with another Rambles vid. Today we're doing one that I've wanted to cover for some time now. Just wanted to kind of cover my thoughts on Apex Legends in its current state and get some thoughts off on where the game has been going, where I hope it will be going following the Season 19 launch. This is all, of course, from the perspective of someone who sinks quite a bit into the game and consumes the content on a regular basis, but, still considers myself a casual viewer and player for the most part. So as always, please take my opinions and thoughts with a grain of salt. As always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anything is appreciated, and let's get into it.
What's your real name?
Slater.
One of the big things about competitive games like Apex is its shift in identity as time goes on. The game dropped unannounced almost 5 years ago, following Respawn's more muted success with Titanfall 2, which has a game that many, including myself, hold near and dear to our heart. The game took a lot of the mechanics people were familiar with and added a more competitive and skillful flair to the feel of the game, especially in the sense of it being a battle royale at the time. As time went on, though, the game began to develop a more separate and continuously more competitive player base, given advances in movement, characters, maps, and general internet culture surrounding the game. This actually kind of segues into the mini structure I want for this video, and simply covering where the game has been, where it is now, and where it's going. We've already somewhat covered where the game has been, and will do so for a bit longer. Apex is a game that has always had a massive amount of potential to become as great as it is, as seen by its community and what has been invested into it. This can be seen by the amount of tournaments, the personalities that come, from the game, and its international recognition. The Apex community is one of the most widespread I've seen in my 18 years of gaming. Whether this has been good for the game or not depends on who you ask a bit, as this has always created a bit of the split between the casual community and the community who plays the game professionally. But that's more of a subjective matter. Regardless of this, though, the game has undeniably had a significant effect on the international gaming sphere and can be incredibly fun to play, and yet is plagued by technical issues and factors that detract from the overall enjoyment of the game, including cheating and lack of consistent content that keeps the game fresh, especially for me, at least, as a consistent player in the game. In that sense, many players, both casual and professional alike, have come to see the game as simply not as enjoyable as it once was, just from the fact that it's been plagued by said issues. That somewhat brings us to where we are now, as the game enters its 19th season of production, almost into 5 years. Apex is a game that consistently moves to innovate on a gameplay loop that has proven to be addictive as a whole. However, with nothing that adds to that loop and the consistent aforementioned issues, Apex's gameplay becomes, for lack of a better term, samey, or has the capacity to become samey every roughly 100 days. With consistent quality of life fixes to help players and the same crumbling infrastructure underneath, there is the sense that the game still has that aforementioned potential, but it becomes more and more fleeting every single time. But it becomes something that we have to discuss as a whole. Season 19 shows a bit of that potential, as do most seasons, with a new legend and revamped map, but will it be enough to sustain the game in the long run? So where can we go? I think the biggest thing we are needing to see is the addressing of the technical issues personally, from updating servers to audio issues.
What? No audio! No what? Where's the...
These prevent the game from being played at the level they are designed to be at. Balancing is a bit of a sensitive topic as well, as the game has the makings of both a casual and extremely competitive game, but due to many members of the player base simply reaching a higher average skill ceiling in recent years, as well as exploits becoming more common, Apex has required players to become more competitive as a whole, and requires even the most baseline player to become so as well. Whether that is something for you as an individual, I will leave be. I will definitely say, though, that Apex nails that sense of wanting to consistently improve in different facets of the game, from mechanics to game sense. This was a huge draw for someone like me, and it still is, which is why I'm still making content and playing it. I'm hoping that the game will continue to capitalize on its strength in this manner, and move to become the greatest it can be, both now and in the future. So, generally, thanks everybody for watching this Rambles vid. I mentioned on Twitter that I wanted to start doing more narrative-based Apex content, and I'm hoping that this is a start to content of that nature. I would love to hear people's thoughts on the video content as a whole, or your own experiences in Apex in the comments below. I'm also going to start being more consistent with my content as a type of resolution to myself, dropping at least 2 videos a month for my own sanity and y'all's as well. So be on the lookout for those as well. Other than that, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.